The director of the movie, Mr. Guy Ritchie.
Sing and rap and dance and do action and special effects and just all of that to come together in one film was really a spectacular job for me to be able to do.
Amen.
And to address Will's predicament here, I think you might find some divine understanding in that, considering you are the genie. And ultimately, you are where you're supposed to be. And you don't need them wishes.
Man, like the carton Nietzsche all round up in one person.
I wish for the next question.
Because half of my performance in the movie was CGI, I got multiple opportunities to do it. So there was one shot on the set, and not having to do any hair or makeup was fantastic. To be able to come to work just as you're dressed, and you put a couple dots on and do that. So that was spectacular. I love working like that. But there was one shot on the set, so I was there with the actors. Then there was another shot in the first round of what is that, motion capture. Then we did that, and then Guy, after he put the film together, I had another opportunity to really go back in and change lines and do things. So I loved the process of this film, how many opportunities I got to really refine and to create the character. So the Disney magic is real. This is my first Disney film, so I just love how it's done. I love the singing and the dancing and the Prince Ali sequence. I think is one of the, when you look back on your careers, that's going to be one of the masterpieces. The parade coming down the street, I think that was magnificent, and how you designed it and put it together, and the bravery that you have. So we would shoot the sequence, and there was 30 minutes to get the horses and the birds and monkeys and then all of the 1,000 extras to go back. So every time we shot one time, it was 30 minutes before we could shoot another shot to get everybody back. And just as a director, to make that kind of commitment that we're just going to keep going no matter what, I love that, and I think it shows in the work.
Oh my gosh. The audition process obviously is very lengthy. But actually, I was asleep because of the time difference in LA. So I was in bed, and my agents called my husband next to me, and he woke me up. It was really surreal. The opportunity to humanize a character that I loved so much growing up, and when we did the scene together, he brought such a depth to the character. It's not just like a musical theatre show. It's not just about Aladdin being kind of fun and bouncy and cheeky, even though you bring all those things to the character. He was just a great actor, and it was just like amazing to kind of bounce off that energy. So as soon as I was in the room with him and doing the scene, I was like, if I was casting this.
Yeah, I think we both felt it. I think we both felt it when we tested with each other.
Yeah, definitely.
Thanks,
Just dying. This is like this kid. And I made a bomb sound. And I said, and you had the wisdom to realize that in the time period, Aladdin wouldn't know what that was. Aladdin wouldn't know what that sound was. And your ad lib was, what's that? What is that? What does that mean? Right? And I just thought that was such a brilliant, as an actor, to recognize, the genie's been through time, but Aladdin hasn't. He wouldn't recognize that sound. So I just thought that was brilliant.
That scene is so funny. It's like my favorite scene. It's not perfect. She's goes through challenges, and she feels shut down. At the beginning of the movie, she definitely doesn't win in every scene. And the song Speechless, Alan Menken, how crazy, he wrote a song that I sung. I still can't get over it. Anyway, that song really embodies that idea of it's really important to speak out against injustice, even if you're not going to win the battle. After she sings Speechless, she doesn't necessarily win that scene. And I think that's something that's so important and really great for young kids to kind of grab a hold of. So yeah, those were some of the things that I tried to think about when doing this role.
Yeah, listen, I grew up watching the film. I have two older sisters. They watched it for Princess Jasmine, and I watched it for Aladdin. And I think the incredible thing about this is that everybody on set, every single person knew this film. You know, we knew the story, we had an attachment to it, and so we treated it with respect, and we treated it with love, and we did the best that we could do at the end of the day.
I certainly hope so, you know, because I love this movie.
Yeah.
And, you know, when I look back at the last 30 years of my career, the thing that people walk up to me on the street the most for is the Fresh Prince. Right, so if the Genie could knock that character out, it would be fantastic.